Hello Parkland, today is Tuesday, November 18th. Welcome back to Trojan Update. I'm Associate Producer Elena Roca. Today we'll take a look at the government shutdown, the new Netflix house, and the social media influencer who is known for getting up close and personal with celebrities. In national news, the government shutdown has officially concluded. Lasting for a groundbreaking new record of 43 days, it was agreed that the healthcare extensions the Democratic Party was fighting for will not be added to America's agenda. Many federal workers, from the military to people working in our very own Lehigh Valley, were forced to go for over a month without pay and pick up new jobs to make ends meet. The government voted to pass the bill due to the fact that more citizens were suffering than should have been, and Trump and his administration were showing no signs of giving up. With a final vote of 222 to 209, the Continuing Appropriations, Agriculture, Legislative Branch, Military Construction, and Veterans Affairs and Extensions Act of 2026 was officially passed. This bill funds the government until January 30th and poses large deductions from the SNAP food benefit that has aided many Americans for years. The people affected by this change will still be funded until the end of September 2026. Funding for the protection of federal officials will also be more invested in due to unrest since Charlie Kirk's assassination. Healthcare benefits for the average citizen will most likely have a higher cost unless Republican representatives start to listen more to the citizens of their states. For now, everything is still working to get back to normal, but there is potential of another government shutdown once the January 30th deadline approaches. Until then, Americans are working to get back on their feet. Now over to a word about our very own share tables at Parkland High School.
If you have unfinished food during lunch or breakfast, don't throw it out. Any unopened fruit cups, fruit juices, applesauce, frozen fruit, carrots, apples, and bananas that remain should be placed on the share tables in the lunchroom. Students can take any of this food throughout their lunch. After the day is over, the food will be packaged and distributed to various charities such as the Parkland Cares Food Bank, the REACH program, and I Have, I Need. This simple act can help the whole district, so share your food to make a difference in your community.
In recent celebrity news, Ariana Grande was abruptly rushed at the premiere of her new film, Wicked for Good, in Singapore when a man jumped a barrier and ran toward her. Cynthia Erivo, her co-star, quickly intervened before security stepped in to forcibly remove him. This is not the man's first time of breaching security protocols to reach celebrities. He has a documented history of climbing stages of other major artists at their concerts, including Katy Perry in June of 2025 and The Weeknd in October of 2024. The man was charged with public nuisance and up to 3 months in prison. These continued violations of celebrities have raised public concerns over security protocol and the boundaries of fans during events. Ariana Grande did not post a reaction to this attack, but her co-star Marissa Bode spoke out against her disgust in the violation of Ariana's personal safety. Let's now take a look at Parkland Film Club popcorn every Friday for $2. In local news, this past Wednesday, Netflix opened its first ever Netflix house in the King of Prussia Mall. The Netflix house is an ambitious new venture for Netflix, which combines their shows with interactive experiences for fans to enjoy. Multiple celebrities came to celebrate the grand opening of the Netflix house, such as Governor Shapiro, who was presented with a symbolic key to the Netflix house. It is said that Netflix employed over 260 local tradespeople to help with the construction of the Netflix house and is expected to sustain almost 300 permanent jobs. This is expected to help the local economy and attract more tourism to the area. Altogether, the project marks a significant cultural and economic addition to the community. Now, to cap off this edition of Trojan Update, over to a look at the weather for this week with Molly Fairs.
Good morning, Parkland. We are back for another brisk and mostly dry week. So looking at Tuesday, now we still have a cooler air mass that is in place, so we are expecting no new cold fronts to move into our area on Tuesday. Now, as you can see, we are averaging across the board around the lower 40s, so we are starting our week off a little cooler, and you can see that winds will be traveling westward. Now, the air will be pretty dry on Tuesday, so the feel-like temperature will be a little cooler than what is shown on the map. On Wednesday, again, we are still a little cloudy. We're having a high of 50, a low of 33, but those clouds will break for some sun throughout the day. Now, that dryness that we felt on Tuesday will continue over to Wednesday, so again, the feel-like temperature will feel a little cooler. But again, those winds are still moving around 8 miles per hour. Again, still the winds are not going to be as strong. So Tuesday and Wednesday will feel relatively the same. Moving on to Thursday, we have now moved to around an average in the middle 40s. Again, we're getting slightly warmer as our week increases. You can see that winds will be traveling eastward, but again, those winds are still going to be traveling less than 10 miles per hour. So your winds will not be very strong this week. Looking at Friday, now we do have a warm front that will be approaching from the southwest, and this will hit our area around mid-afternoon. And with that warm front, it will bring a slight chance of rain. So you're gonna wanna watch out for that around mid to late afternoon. Have a high of 57, a low of 45. So the highest we've seen all week, and again, we're just getting slightly warmer as our week increases. The morning will be nice, just wanna keep an eye out for that chance of rain. And lastly, on Saturday, now over Friday night into Saturday morning, that warm front has passed our area. We are now replaced with a cold front that is moving up northwest, and those winds are following behind it. We're now in the upper 40s to 50s as our average, but again, those winds are still traveling less than 10 miles per hour. So overall, this is actually gonna be a really nice week. Again, you're expecting a pretty cloudy week. Again, there is that chance for rain due to that warm front on Friday. Thursday, we're looking at a 100% cloud coverage, so Thursday will not be too sunny. Again, Tuesday and Wednesday, you're looking at it to be pretty dry out, so that feel like temperature is going to be a little cooler. So this is definitely a good week to layer up. That is it for this week's weather. I'm Molly Ferris. Have a great day, Parkland.
Coming up in Parkland news, Parkland's family show, The Little Mermaid, is opening this weekend, with dates being the 21st through the 23rd of November. The family show is a great opportunity for the underclassmen to dip their feet into the water of Parkland Theater. Make sure to check out Parkland's rendition of the classic story of Ariel and Prince Eric. You can buy tickets from Curate.com. The show is sure to be out of this world. Have a great week, Parkland. This has been your Trojan Update.